Girls and guys, welcome back to the channel. We have got Shane's Maserati back in, and we've been looking for a fault for a while. The unfortunate thing is we couldn't find it. We've changed prop shaft, we've changed mounts and everything, but we couldn't get past this donk-da-donk when you're driving. And I think me and Shane both come to the conclusion of wait until it gets worse. I'm happy to report it has got a lot worse. Oh my God, does it sound bad. Now, it really does sound like the rear diff is trying to leave the chat. So, I mean, it's Maserati, the rear diff, which is just here. It's gonna be a little bit expensive, so we need to be sure. So what we're gonna do first is drop the oil. Are we gonna drop the oil first? Well, I mean, we don't just wanna go, yeah, it's the diff, chuck it in for a diff. I mean, when you drive it, it feels like a diff. It is clunky, like every other rotation you can hear it go clunk. It's like you can nearly hear it meshing together. Really, really bad. I wish I'd have driven the car and done a recording of it, but don't have that much time. So, firstly, I'll show you how we're gonna drain the diff oil. Quite simple, we have the drain hole, and we've got, I believe, the fill hole. I'm gonna crack that, drain that, get a clean tub, and see if we've got glittery, sparkly oil. Well, they are cracked and loosened. So we have got 22 mil. Yep, just checked. 22 mil for the fill and 14 mil big chunky Allen key for the drain. Now we've got our clean container to catch it in. Oh God, this is gonna be messy. Yeah, that's not gonna hold on. Okay, so, please don't be, there you go. Let's pop that seal. Oh, I'm worried. Oh God, what is that? That's a magnet of some sort. Don't know if you can see that glitter, but it's safe to say, mate. Oh no, that's a chunk of the diff. That is a chunk of diff. Yummy. Oh, the shimmer to this is unreal. No, just get this side nut out all the way. Look at it, it's just black. Oh, I've got it stinks. I'm not even gonna lie, that absolutely hummed. I've come outside for some fresh air. That smell, like the world. I'm so glad you guys can't smell that through the TV, through the screen there. That's terrible. Oh, we've got one. Okay, the day has come. We're going to be doing the diff on the Maserati. I'm hoping it's going to go well. I mean, we've got 4 bolts at the back here, drive shaft bolts there, prop bolts here. Now, I've not decided whether I'm going to undo the mount there or undo the 4 bolts that are 1, 2, 3 here on the side and try and jimmy it out that way. It's definitely going to be coming out back end down due to its position. So, not sure. I think what I'll probably end up doing is loosening the side bolt, undoing all 4 of these, and just keeping them out of the way while I drop it down. But first things first, we've jacked the car up. I'm going to probably disconnect the prop shaft because, well, that's just the easiest thing to do. So, a load of 15s, they're all out. I'm not going to try and wiggle that out of the way yet until I've got the diff ready to come down. Now I'm going to move on to the drive shafts, which, don't know what size they are. They're multi-spline, hold on. Right, well, both rear wheels are off. So I've been undoing the drive shaft bolts through that little gap and obviously just rotating the wheel as I go. I believe the size for this bolt is, hold on. They are a 13 mil multi-spline. Now we've got both sides done. Just double checking this side. Yeah, so both sides are done. Now it's time to get the diff out. Quick update. Well, I thought I was gonna remove the 17s here, but it turns out you don't have enough wiggle room to get a socket and ratchet in there, even for shallow. So 22 mil, oh, there you go, 22 mil, 18 mil on that side. I'm hoping there's going to be enough. Oh, that's going to be tight to get that bolt out of there. But it is possible. I'm going to do the same on the other side and then support it and then undo the back 4. and then it'll be coming out. I really wanted to take it off here and throw it out so I didn't have to deal with that, but you know, you don't always get what you want in this game. So now, onto this side, 22, 18, let's go again. Believe it or not, this side, the bolt just whistled out. This side, if you see, just there where that line is, I had to make a small imprint on the heat shield to get that bolt out. So now they're out, the front end's loose. I'm just gonna undo these 4, and well, I could just let it fall to the floor. It doesn't really matter now, does it? For the record, we're not gonna do that. I just said it because it's silly things to say. Don't want people to jump in the comments being like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I'm not doing it. 4 16s that are out, and now I'm hoping the diff is gonna come. No, the diff is not coming free yet. Let's find out what's going on. I have paused the situation here because of said situation. So, turns out this big bracket needs to come off. Managed to get bolt number 1 off. Again, 22 and 18. Number 2, not happening. In there like swimwear, never coming off, could result in about another 5 to 8 hours worth of work to cut that bolt and do whatever. However, with that side off, this side is giving me enough rotation on the duration to get this out. So I've stopped here just to show you that. So this is now supported. I'm gonna lower it down a little bit more just to get it out, and then I'm gonna slide it back. But I am gonna do this with 2 hands because as you can see, I'm lowering it as we go. And I like my toes attached to my body in case it goes wrong. I felt a little bit different about this job, I'm not gonna lie. Right, it's out. Good news is, it is out. There are some shims in here which I'm gonna put in a place to remind myself to put these back in because shims are important, shim the world. So now, we have no diff, which is great. You can see a better position for how that was mounted in there with all the suns glaring everything out. Now it is coffee time and dragged a new one over ready to get it in. Okay, new diff is in. I haven't done the diff oil yet because I'm gonna do it up in the air because it's just easier. And while I've got another pair of hands here, they're giving me a hand. So the diff went like that, at a big angle, up, in, and just literally used the lever bar to get this up and round. And as we can see, she is going in, which makes me very, very happy. So next up, just lining it all up. I removed the shims because they were in the way. They'll be putting them back in a minute, but you can just slide them in once you put the bolt in. That's why they've got that little fork groove. So you put the bolt in, shunk, shim, snorted. So now, keep wiggling it around. Let's get it in and we're nearly there. Well, the fast forward's fairly simple. Obviously we bolted everything up, same way of removal. Had a little bit of fun getting the wiggling on the front, but we got it in. Don't forget the shims at the front. They are there, so don't forget. Now we're just draining the diff oil out because we're gonna put new stuff in because we do not want a repeat of this. Oh, that 21's tight as well. So yeah, gearbox oil down. I don't actually know how much we're putting in, so I'm gonna just measure what's come out so I know how much to put in. I think it's around 1.2, 1.3 litres, so. Okay, so she's up and on. We are now just doing some circles in the car park just to make sure we get a good oil coverage all around that diff before we actually go on the road test. And so far, it doesn't sound horrendous, which is what we want. Oh wow, so been for a nice road test. This thing does not clonk and bang like it did before. I am really happy to know that we've actually fixed the problem on this, but then again, knowing how the diff was. In fact, this video is not done yet. Let's open the diff up. Just add this in before I finish the video. So I've already done the diff strip, so you're seeing this before. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to us, and you get to keep seeing some silly stuff. So I was going to record it, but you know what happens. You get stuck in, you get invested, and then you start taking everything apart, and then you find the root of the problem. There it is. On the crown wheel, 3 teeth are broken off. Obviously one was on the sump plug, found another one chilling in the diff casing itself. Was a bit of a, well, I've never stripped one of these down, so this is all quite, it was all quite new to me. Obviously you don't actually knock out the input shafts in the housing because they've got circlips to hold them in. Didn't know that, found out once I've undone all of that and suctioned that bad boy out. That's got a seal and silicone in there. Once that's out, undone the bolts for the crown wheel and just removed it in segments. The diff itself has completely failed. It's in a really bad way, but at least we now know what caused it. It was, well, there's teeth missing. With one garage that absolutely hums of gearbox oil and one fixed Maserati and one diff in pieces, it is safe to say that that one, done.